Even avid Manhwa fans have a hard time keeping up with dozens of worthwhile series that release every year. Not every worthwhile titles are well known, and naturally many high-quality manhwas slip through the cracks, overshadowed by more established titles. So today I will be recommending you all top 10 underrated manhwa that you should try at least once. So let's start a list.
But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want.
Coming at number 10 we have Monster Paradise. As a reincarnated person who came to the monster's paradise from Earth, Li Huang was born with very low attributes. Not only did he have just 3 months left to live, he had not yet activated his cheat. But when a low-level vampire invades his house, he finally manages to awaken his cheat system and also attract the attention of a silver medal hunter named Li Lang. Now he finally has the chance to become stronger and live his life the way he wants. Both the art and the story of this manhwa is quite decent. The main character is smart and works hard in order to become stronger. The fight scenes of this manhwa are also decent, and although some of the side characters are a bit arrogant, they go through character development as the story goes on. Coming at number 9 we have Hell 58. The main character commits a serious crime and gets sent to an island called Hell 58. The island is full of heinous criminals who fight for their survival every second. There are no laws that protect the weak, and only the strong make the laws of Hell 58. Now the main character, who is a commoner, must do whatever he can to survive among these worst criminals. The storyline of this manhwa is quite unique, and although its art is not that good, it fits its dark plot nicely. The main character starts off as an ordinary guy but turns into a savage as the story goes on. The side characters are well written and there is a lot of action in it. So give this a try if you want a good survival type manhwa. Coming at number 8 we have Control Z. Kyle Siu was an ordinary guy who entered school at the top of his class. But despite his achievements, he was known as the son of a serial killer and was made fun of by everyone around him. But one day everything changes when he gets a mysterious ability that allowed him to erase people's memories. Tired of people looking down on him, he decides to use his ability and change his life for better or for worse. The art of this manhwa might not be that good, but its story is really interesting. The main character is smart but sometimes acts a bit foolish. The side characters are well portrayed, and the way they react to different situations make them more realistic. So if you are a fan of psychological manhwas, then you will definitely like this one. Coming at number 7 we have King of the East. Long ago, 10 suns rose into the sky, turning the earth into a scorched world crawling with demons. On the heavenly emperor's orders, the hero Ye shot 9 of these 10 suns. But many years later, the solar goddess initiates a conflict by releasing the demons in order to revive her sons. In response, the heavenly emperor calls upon Hang Ah and Dong Bang Sak to fight the goddess. This is the story of these two warriors as they save the human world from demons. This manhwa has a dark story with elements of comedy in it. The main character starts off as Wim but goes through character development as the story goes on. The side characters are well written, but the art of this manhwa is a bit inconsistent. Overall, if you want a fantasy manhwa with dark story, then you should give it a read. Coming at number 6 we have Killing Killer. The main character Siwoo Lee lost his parents to a murderer 10 years ago. Later he meets the killer named Jack and beheads him. But even after getting beheaded, Jack still remains alive and informs Siwoo of the real culprit that belonged to a group of killers using superpowers. Now it's up to Siwoo and Jack to hunt down this mysterious group and put an end to them using their own superpowers. This manhwa is filled with brutal action scenes. The main character here is ruthless and has a regeneration ability. There are not many side characters, but all of them are well written. So overall, if you want a good revenge manhwa, then you can give this one a try. Coming at number 5 we have Tier Providence. After getting reincarnated in the cultivation world, Hanju realizes that he can live his life like a video game character. He was able to re-roll his cultivation potential and ends up spending a long time to get a good one. But after 11 years of misery, he finally gets a top-notch spirit root and an unparalleled potential. Now he decides to stay low-key and cultivate in secret until he becomes an immortal. The manhwa is very different from other cliché cultivation manhwa. Its art is just beautiful and its story is really enjoyable. It has no annoying elements like harem or arrogant side characters. The main character is weak at the start but gets stronger really quickly and surpasses all of his peers. Overall, if you are looking for a good cultivation manhwa, then you should definitely give this one a read. Coming at number 4 we have a modern man who got transmigrated into the Murim world. The main character was a public official who worked part-time to make a living. Later he gets knocked out and dies after getting hit by a speeding car while he was making deliveries. But later when he opens his eyes, he finds himself reincarnated into the body of the second son of a collapsing clan that had neither any authority nor any money. Now it's up to him to take his family out of debt and reach the pinnacle of success he couldn't reach in his previous life. This is a really unique Murim manhwa. Even though its plot is generic, its execution is really good. The main character is smart and uses his modern world knowledge to start a business in the Murim world. The side characters are all well thought out and all of them learn their place after witnessing the main character's true power. Overall, this is a really good read and I'll highly recommend you to give it a try. Coming at number 3 we have Spirit Hunter. Seo Han travels the land hunting down spirits and ghosts with his mysterious dark sword. He receives the strength of a powerful black tiger's spirit in return for being allowed to feed on other spirits he kills during his journey. But one day, Seo meets a young spirit girl called Huimori who was chased by the government soldiers. Empathizing with the dangerous situation she was in, Seo decides to protect her and take her along in his journey. The art of this manhwa is top tier and its story is good as well. The main character is overpowered from the start and easily defends all of his enemies. And unlike other sympathetic protagonists, he is badass and kills the ones who tries to hurt him or the people he cares for. Coming at number 2 we have Death God. To avenge his older brother, an orphan named Zhong Lichu kills Huang Jung, a disciple of the Heavenly Slaying sect. Following the death of Huang Jung, Zhongli gets accepted as the disciple of the imitating blade killer of soul-killing chambers and manages to avoid the pursuit of the Heavenly Slaying sect. However, a huge mess called 10 Chastisements was waiting for him. Now to escape the shadow of chastisement, he has no choice but to become a legendary death god. This is a really good Murim world manhwa. The main character is just a kid but he is really smart and cunning and thinks like an adult. He takes advantage of his surroundings and lays traps to kill enemies that are much stronger than him. The side characters are also well thought out and play a huge role in the development of the main character. Coming at number 1 we have Sword Fanatic wanders through the night. Jin Sohan was an orphan who was adopted by the mystic lunar dance troupe and spent his childhood with them. But one day he gets kidnapped by one of the 4 great demons and due to his special body constitution, Sohan gets selected as the great demon's disciple. Now after becoming strong enough, he decides to look for the mystic lunar dance troupe only to find out that it has been destroyed by the unorthodox faction. The art of this manhwa is amazing and its story is quite good. The main character is strong and ruthless and doesn't leave any of his enemies alive. He's also fearless and fights his opponents without giving it a second thought. The side characters are written nicely and fight scenes are also quite thrilling. So if you are a fan of Murim manhwa, then you should definitely give this one a read. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.